I'm Barry Trammell, and isn't it strange to see the Bedlam rivals sleeping with the enemy?
I'm Jenny Carlson, and from the Opepco studios in Oklahoma City, you're watching the Press Row. The enemy being Texas, Barry. Texas seems to be driving all this conference realignment when it comes to the Big 12 South Division teams. Do you think it hurts a little bit for Joe Castiglione, Mike Holder, and all the OU-OSU folks to allow Texas to be rowing the ship?
I think OU and OSU probably feel a little differently on this subject. I think both of them feel great. I think both of them feel secure, feel relieved. They're not having to do the heavy lifting. They're not having to take the PR hits that Texas is taking. I do think it's a little bit of a blow to OU's pride that they've sort of stepped back and let Texas take command of this vessel. I think Oklahoma would like to be standing there arm in arm with Texas and rowing the boat. But the way it's come out, Texas has put all this together, and I think the Sooners are happy with that. It's just from a PR standpoint, it's a hit. I think Oklahoma State's thrilled because the Cowboys, 3-4 months ago when this first happened, when we talked about maybe somebody leaving the Big 10, leaving the Big 12 to go to the Big 10, we wondered, hey, if the conference breaks up, would Oklahoma State be included? The answer is yes. Texas has said, OSU, you're with us. You're going with us. That's got to make the Cowboys feel good. They're on the positive side of this realignment. So I think they're thrilled that the Longhorns are directing this traffic.
Well, and I think in some people's mind, probably fans' mind, there might be a question of, well, we've got tradition too. We've got tradition in football. We've got whatever, however you want to break that down. But Barry, to me, it seems like the big deal here is TVs. I mean, Texas draws a ton of TV traffic. Their audience is huge, and it reaches across the country. I think Oklahoma, in some regards, Oklahoma football draws a good national TV audience and has some sway because of that. But Texas is just such a big player in the TV audience. This isn't anybody saying, well, your tradition's no good or your athletic department's no good. It's all about TV sets.
It's all about clout. Texas has the clout for a number of reasons, most of them financial. So you just sort of have to accept that and go on and say, hey, Texas, we trust you. And Texas has proven that you can trust them. You may not like the Longhorns, and they're easy to dislike. They can be an arrogant bunch, but you have to trust them because everything DeLoss Dodds has ever said, he has meant, and it's come true. He tells it like it is, and you can trust the man. I think that's a good friend to have. I think OU and OSU are lucky to have Texas on their side.
Yeah, and not a lot of fans would probably want to admit that they're in better shape because they're friends, if you want to put it that way, with Texas. But it's true. Without Texas pulling Oklahoma and Oklahoma State into the fold, who knows? They could be headed to the SEC. They could be headed to, I don't know, Big 10, Big East. At this point, geography is really irrelevant. So who knows who might have scooped them up. But the fact that Texas has pulled them to them, and they're now a group of schools that are moving together, I think allows there to be fans to be excited, Barry. I think people are excited about the fact that these schools are going to stay together in some form and fashion and be able to play each other in football, in basketball, in sports that they've become traditional rivals in, and that will be maintained even if they're competing for a Pac-16 conference title or whatever that conference is going to be called. I think people like that, and I think that's one of the reasons we're seeing excitement, not dread, about conference realignment. Hey, stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.